What's up, y'all? Alvin here, and today I want to talk about jet boats. And when I say jet boats, I don't mean those big V8 powered monsters that you see doing drag races on the water. I'm talking about outboard jet powered skiffs that we use on the rivers to fly fish. So, what is an outboard jet? Well, an outboard jet replaces the propeller on the bottom of an outboard engine. So you can run much shallower and you don't have to worry about smashing your prop. The reason we use them here in Central Texas is we fish the Colorado River, and the Colorado has a shortage of boat ramps. So sometimes during the day you may have to cover 12, 15, even 25 miles of river between boat ramps. And that's a long way on a slow moving river. So what we do is we use the jet boats. We meet our clients at the put-in and we motor upriver, and then we get on the oars, row, and fish our way back downriver. Sometimes we'll still run a shuttle if we want to cover a long stretch of river. That way we can use the jet boat to just motor through the slow stretches and then get back on the oars when we want to slow down and fish. Okay, so here's how we rig these boats up. They're basically set up like you would a raft or a drift boat, where the guide is in the center of the boat rowing, and you have somebody fishing out of the front of the boat, somebody fishing out of the back of the boat. In that regard, it's just like any other drift boat type craft that you would use in a river to fish out of. Fly fishing for us specifically. Some people will have trolling motors on their boats, which are nice if you want to go out and fish by yourself, or if there's two people in the boat. Both people can fish if you have a trolling motor. I personally don't use the trolling motor, but it is nice when I've gone with other people who have trolling motors in their boats. If there's three people in the boat, one guy's going to be running the trolling motor, and it's pretty tough to fish three people out of a boat of this size. Most of the boats we use are, 16 to 18 feet long. Also, I think I can control the boat with a little bit more, or quite a bit more precision with the oars than someone could with a trolling motor. So I can really keep somebody in position a little bit better. And also, when we invariably get stuck in the trees or the brush, it's a lot easier to creep in with the oars, get the fly out, and then creep back out. You got to be pretty good with a trolling motor to weave in and out of the trees and limbs and stuff like that. So I prefer the oars for that. Okay, so here's some of the pros and cons of fishing out of the jet boat. Obviously, one of the bonuses is what I said earlier, just being able to cover more water. You don't have to worry about running a shuttle. If it starts getting late, you just crank it up and zip on back to the ramp. So that's really nice. Also, you're usually able to fish out of a bigger boat, so you got more room for coolers and miscellaneous gear, stuff like that. So yeah, that's another cool thing about them. Also, it's a motorboat, so there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it that you couldn't do with the rowboat. Like fishing in lakes. We don't fish out in the huge lakes, but we do quite a bit of lake fishing when the rivers are blown out, and the jet boat is just so much better at getting across a lake, so you can fish the other side of the lake. Hate to have to row across a lake just to fish for a while and then decide, oh, fishing's not too great here, let's go back to the other side. That's a little tough if you don't have an engine. So yeah, just the fact that you have an engine is one of the advantages of the jet boat. Now, when it comes to cons, one of the cons is the fact that you have an engine. Engines require more maintenance. Engines make the boat heavier, and engines do break down. So having a motor on your skiff just makes it a little bit more complicated, a little bit more maintenance, and just a little bit more to have to worry about on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, it's not all great having an engine on your boat. So all in all, these outboard jets have opened up a lot more water for us. Our jet skiffs are a valuable tool in what we do around here, and I'm sure they work in a lot of other places. If you got any type of questions about how we rig them up, pros, cons, you're thinking about getting one, feel free to message me here. You can also message me on Instagram, wherever else you can look me up. As usual, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, maybe hit that notification bell, and good luck on the water.